All right, so you may have finished your assembly, your explosion, and all of your parts. I'm only showing a few. And now you want to start a drawing file. So we'll come up to File, and we'll do New. You always want to make sure you go to Davidson Custom, and we do a Davidson Custom Size A drawing. A Size A drawing happens to be 8.5 by 11. You want to type in your first and last name, the class period that you have, and the puzzle cube is the name of the project title. And it's going to autofill that information into your drawing sheet. So you'll notice that that information I typed in is automatically filled in. Now, here's my first drawing sheet. It's sheet 1 of 1. I'm going to start by adding in a base view of my parts. One way to do that is go to the ribbon and click on Base for Base View. It's going to choose a part that is open. If you don't have a part open, you can navigate. I'll show you that later. But for this orange part, this is not my best front view. This happens to be, for me, in this orientation that it was in the assembly. So I'm going to rotate it until I get what I called my best front view, where it has the most features and no hidden lines. Then I will drag that down to the lower left, and then I'll move up here, and I'll click for my top view. I'll move to the right and click for my right view, and I'll move up here in the corner and click for my isometric view. Then I hit right click and OK. Now I have my views. If I try to move my right side view, it stays directly to the right and the top view stays there. And if I move my front view, the right and top views move with it because they are projected. This ISO view is freestanding. I want to shade my ISO view. So I right click somewhere on the view, not on a line, but somewhere on the view where I get these red lines, and I do edit view. And then here under style, this little icon is to shade the style. I hit OK. Now I have the orange part done. What I like to do is come over here, and at the sheet level, I like to either right click and do edit sheet, or I can just simply slow double click, but I'm going to call this orange. That is my orange page. Now I come up to the browser and I'm going to do new sheet, or you can come into the model browser. Sorry, this is the ribbon up here. Or you can come to the model browser and right click and do new sheet. I have to fill in Cooch again, period 2 again, and the Puzzle Cube project is still the project name. And I have a new sheet. I hit OK. Now you might be afraid and say, where did my other stuff go? But if you look over here, we're now on the second sheet, and this sheet is grayed out. If I right click on it and I press activate, I can go back to that sheet. Or if I double click on the sheet, not in space, but on the sheet, it will quickly take me to that. Let's go ahead and do a base view, and I'll bring in a different part. Now I'll navigate because I want a different part. Let's say I want to do my blue part. So I hit open. Now I have my blue part. And again, that's not the view I want, so I'm going to rotate until I get the view I want. And you can rotate the cube any number of ways, but this is the view that I would want. I put it there. I'm going to intentionally only put that view on for now to show you what happens if you make that mistake. So I only have my one view, and I'm like, oh, I forgot my top and my right side. Well, if I come up here and now instead I do a projected view, it will project off of this view. And so it chose that view right away. For me in this case, if I hit escape and try it again, if I have nothing selected and I choose projected, it doesn't know that I want that view. And in the bottom left of my screen, it actually says select a view. And so I select this view, I project up, I project to the right, I project my ISO, I'm clicking each time, I right click create, and now I'm going to double click here to shade this one again once more. This is still called orange. If I do a slow double click, or if I do edit sheet, I can now call this blue. You might have guessed we're going to end up with one file and not just 5 sheets, but 6 sheets. At the end, there'll be even a cover page on your sheet. Now, let me show you what happens if I accidentally forget to type this stuff in, or let's say I accidentally type the incorrect information in. So I spell Puzzle Cube wrong. I want to fix that. I can simply expand the sheet, go to the Davidson Custom title block and expand that. Right click on the field text and edit the field text. And then I can, of course, spell Puzzle Cube correctly. I will change it down there. Once you have all 5 sheets, you're ready to do your cover page. And in the next video, I'll also show you how to add dimensions to your page.